Hey, welcome back. Hey, we're talking about inclusion today.
Yes.
So, what is inclusion? What is exclusion? Inclusion is basically not leaving someone out, right?
Yeah.
And exclusion is leaving someone out.
Yes.
So, why are we talking about this?
Well, inclusion is important because we all want to feel like we belong. We all want to know we have somewhere to sit in the cafeteria, we have someone to talk to in class, someone to hang out with on the weekends. We want to feel like we're a part of something bigger than ourselves.
Okay.
Exclusion is actually a form of what's called relational aggression, which is a fancy way of saying it's kind of like bullying. Sometimes we leave people out because they just aren't like us. Sometimes, as a group of friends, we can leave someone out because it makes us feel more powerful. Like we are the it group and you cannot be a part of us. Or, there's some power and some control that comes with leaving others out. Sometimes it's something that we don't do intentionally.
Okay.
We just don't reach out to someone because they're different.
Okay. So, we're not all born into the same circumstance.
No.
Sometimes we feel that we're more important than others. I mean, I don't know why we do that. We have these preconceived ideas or these notions. Maybe we were taught that.
Yeah.
I don't know. But should we lump everyone into one category and like we see a lesser group and we say, oh, they're just lesser and we need to look down on them?
No, absolutely not. We're all born with different amounts of privilege, is a word that could describe what you're looking for. My family is different than your family. And maybe I was blessed with some privileges that someone didn't have, or maybe they had more privileges than I have, and that doesn't make them less or more. The color of my skin, the color of your skin, our heritage, our male or female, whatever. It doesn't make us less than money. Yeah, money doesn't make us more or less than, and especially when you're a kid, because your family's money is really not your money anyway. So
True.
Strange thing to judge others by. I kind of think of it like a band. There are multiple instruments and vocals, and there are parts where some instruments need to be louder than others, but that doesn't make a guitar any more or less important than drums. We need them all to make the song.
Okay, so we shouldn't discredit just because that guitar is different.
Mhm.
Doesn't make it lesser of an instrument than the drums,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. But they need to work in tandem and together and have
Yeah.
a beautiful harmony.
Or take a football team. Your quarterback is important, definitely, but if that quarterback doesn't have a good offensive line, he's not going to be able to do his job, right?
Right.
So our different skill sets, what makes us unique, those are good things. One of my favorite quotes by Albert Einstein I've got here for you says, everybody is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it'll live its whole life believing it's stupid. Which just means just because you're good at something I'm not good at doesn't mean that I'm not smart or I don't have value. It just means that my skill set is different than yours.
Well, okay, so how do we change that school of thought? I mean, we're trying to help within the school building. How do we change that school of thought of someone who thinks, well, I am more important or my family is better? How do we change that school of thought?
A lot of that comes from a place of ignorance, and I don't mean stupidity. I just mean I don't know any better. If you take a look around your life, you look at those who you are around at school, those that you are around in your personal life, if everybody kind of looks the same and they have the same interests and the same skills, maybe you feel like someone that doesn't have that same skill set is less important because you just don't know any better. So I think it starts with you have to learn more about the people around you.
So can we make that a challenge? I mean, we're doing
Sounds great.
Random acts of kindness. Can we also try to be more inclusive and maybe to get to know someone else's story and maybe bring them into our fold, if you would, or
yeah, I think people will surprise you. If you give them the chance, people will surprise you. Maybe you have more in common with the people around you that you think you do, or maybe you don't and you are completely different and there's a whole world of something out there that would be great for you and you just don't even know it's there.
Okay, so let's start taking down those walls that we put up because we want to keep those or the others, whatever we think it is lesser or less important or less significant or whatever. Let's take down those walls, and our challenge is for you to be more inclusive and to go and talk to someone you don't know, at least
Yeah.
one person this week.
Yeah, one new friendship. And even if it doesn't turn into a friendship, try to engage with one person you wouldn't normally hang out with,
Okay,
talk to in class.
I like that.
And
Do away with all the preconceived notions.
Yeah.
And the two random acts of kindness. Okay, and also as a team, because you talk about football, you talk about us working together. Here's a quote. Okay, alone we can do so little, right? But together we can do so much. So that's what we want with the school building.
Yeah.
Because alone we could do so little, just us, 1, 2, 3. But we want the whole building, and together we can do so much.
Yes.
So let's do it.
Yeah.
That's your challenge. And that's it. All right.
All right. See you
Bye.
next week.